All right, so now we're going to be multiplying fractions. We're still going to multiply fractions, but we're going to be multiplying fractions where we can cross cancel. All right, so what that means is we're going to be looking at the two fractions, and we're going to see if we can reduce these numbers by cross canceling, by looking for common factors and cross canceling. Okay, so before I begin, let's do a first. I'm just going to multiply. So I'm going to round both up to 1. So 1 times 1. So whatever my answer is, it can't be higher than 1 since I rounded both those up to 1. All right, so cross canceling. The first thing that I'm going to look for is common factors. And I notice that 5 and 15 have a common factor of 5. Now, we're not looking for multiples, we're looking at factors. So 5 and 15, they have a common factor of 5. And what common factor does 12 and 8 have? More precisely, what is the greatest common factor between 12 and 8? And the answer is 4. 2 would also work, but 4 is going to reduce it even more. All right. So I'm going to write out like I did before, 5 times 12, my numerator times my numerator, 8 times 15, my denominator times my denominator. And then I'm going to go ahead and cross cancel before I multiply. All right, so once again, 5 and 15 have 5 is a common factor, so 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. All right, so 12 and 8 have a common factor of 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So then I'm going to just rewrite my equation. So now instead of 5 times 12, I reduce it to 1 times 3, and then 2 times 3. And then I can go ahead and just finish the multiplication process. And so I got 3 times 6 equals 1 half. All right. Multiply numerators, multiply denominators. Okay. Now look at my estimation. There's 1 half. So this is the answer. I'm gonna for the screen. It's gonna put the digital copy there. But is 1 half a reasonable to my answer is 1 half. Is that reasonable to 1? And I would say yeah. Right. Like when you're just working with fractions, it's hard to get close, but I would say it's reasonable. So the product is 1 half, and I would say that is reasonable to my estimation. All right, so 7 nines times 3 fives. All right, so I'm gonna skip the estimation because it's gonna be less than 1 again. So I have 7 times 3. So that equals 7 times 3 over 9 times 5. All right, actually, I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to do this in black so you can see my changes. I'll do it in blue, and then, all right, so that equals 21 45s. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. What I did works, but let me see. So 7 times 3, 9 times 5. All right, so cross cancel. I can't cross cancel 7 and 5 because that's a common factor, but 3 and 9 share a common factor of 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And so what that becomes, now I could say it's 7 times 1 over 3 times 5. And I get 7 fifteenths. And 7 fifteenths is already simplified. All right, we can't go anymore. All right, so 1 half and 7 fifteenths. And that's just going to show the answers. But all right, go ahead. If you want to pause the video to try this on your own, you may do so. Otherwise, you can just watch me go over the answers. So if you wish to try it on your own, pause the video, hit resume when you're ready to go. All right, so 2 25ths times 5 6 equals 2 times 5 over 25 times 6. I'm going to cross cancel because 25 and 5 have a common factor of 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 2 and 6. 2 is a common factor. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And so that becomes 1 times 1 over 5 times 3. And and that would get me 1/15. And 1/15 is simplified. All right, so go ahead and do the on your own.